Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? How are we doing? Thank you for joining me for day 12. Go and let me know in the chat, comments where you're joining from. Just put 12 in the chat so I know that you're here and we are ready. We are ready to go. Today we're talking about cascading. We're having a conversation about how do we take those large goals that we have and break them down into smaller actionable activities that everyone in your organization can take action with, and this helps you to ensure that we're flowing in the same directions. That's what we're going to be talking about today. If you're new here, if today is your first day joining, I am Michelle O'Connor. I am your business growth strategist, and I help women over 40 to create structured businesses that sees them achieving their profitable goals with less overwhelm and way more structure, because I do believe that we need that. I think so many of us are operating, just getting up and doing things daily. And my aim is to let you know that there's a way to do it. Those companies that you invest in, you purchase their stocks, you buy bonds from them, you invest with them. These are the processes that they are using to structure their businesses. It's not perfect, it's just that they create a plan, they review, and they get it done. So we're on today 12 and we're going for 30 days, guys. My aim is to help you to, at the end of this 30 day, to have a plan that you can take action with going into 2026. And we're going to go ahead. Yesterday we spoke about creating those activities that you want to go after, those big milestones that you want to go after, that's linked to your goal. We set the goals last week. This week we're focusing on cascading, as I would call it, and I'm going to go deeper into that, but that's really just creating the activities that you need in order to achieve your goals. So thank you so much for coming on. We're going to jump right into it. Now, you hear the word cascading and you're like, Michelle, what is that? I've never heard that word before. So cascading is really what I said earlier. It's taking your large goals for your business, for your organization, for your company, and as a CEO and the founder, you're saying, let us sit together. Let's break these down into actionable pieces, into things that we can do. You do this for your life. You do this on a day-to-day basis. I often use the example of you're going on a vacation with your family. You choose where you want to go, and then you think of all the pieces that needs to come together to make this a good vacation. Where are we going? What time are we leaving? What are the activities that we're going to be participating in? What do we need to pack to ensure we can enjoy these activities? That is what we're going to be doing for your business. And we're going to jump right in. Again, I try to make these timely, and I also want to give it to you in a way you can take action today. Today, immediately after this, I want you to go and promise yourself that you're going to take action. So here we go. When we talk about cascading, I want you to remember that what we're doing is thinking about providing you want you as the founder to be clear, and you also want your team to be clear. Now, I said earlier, it's the process of breaking down company objectives into smaller, specific, actionable items by role or department. So you may not have a lot of departments, but you have roles. So as a CEO and the founder, there are activities that you are taking on for yourself, while you may be passing something down to your salesperson, to your marketing person, to your operations person. However, before you do that, this is the first step that you want to take, because you want to be very clear that the activities that you're giving them is linked to the goal that we set last week, right? So in cascading, we normally use we call it the ocean. The word slipped me just now, but oh my god, it's slipping me. Anyways, the idea behind using this image is, think about your large objectives are here. So this is the company. So you may have set a goal that you want to achieve $500,000 in revenue in 2026. And the idea by using the ocean, the waterfall method, the idea behind using the waterfall is that you're saying, I am taking a large goal, I'm breaking it down so it's getting wider because it's more activities, and I'm now sharing this with more persons in my organization. And the wider it gets, you're sharing more, you're sharing more, you're sharing more. It all comes down when you look at your company on a whole and you see a list of, as the CEO and the founder, you get this document that has all the things that your organization is doing. When we use this process to help you to get there, what it does is ensures that everything that is running around on a day-to-day basis all links back to the main goal that you had set earlier. So I hope that's making sense for you. Drop it in the chat if you let me know if you understand, if you think this is something that your organization need or it's missing. This is how you prevent persons from just being taking up busy work, as we would call it, just busy doing things. But you can be way more confident when this is done and done the right way, that the things that persons are doing, the day-to-day activities that they're taking on, is already linked to the first layer of the waterfall. You're very clear that the activities they're doing is linked. So when that is done, it clearly allows you to be more focused, right? So let's continue. Now, once we use this method, and we're going to be going through various levels of the waterfall this week, and today, what we're doing is looking at your executable steps. What are those activities that you need to do? So let's say you would have identified a goal that you're working on, increasing your sales from existing products. Normally we set a target, but for this example, we're just talking about, we want you to focus on the activities, because we set targets last week. We're now focused on what those activities are. Now you might look and say, oh, you know what? I'm going to be increasing my sales from my existing product. What do we need to do? And we probably just need to go and sell. Let's reach more people. No, you want to sit and you want to document it. And these are some of the things that you realize that you need to do. You want to review your current market sales performance. We're getting to the who and the what and the timelines in the week. But for now, I just want you to document, and I'm going to give you 3 examples using existing products, using a consult, a service, and a new product that you have, right? So when you do that, think about everything that is linked to this activity. This is where the magic happens, because now you are clear. It helps you with resource planning, but we'll get into that after. Review your current sales performance, analyze feedback, update product branding and packaging if needed, refresh the photos and the videos and the marketing content, compile and publish customer testimonials or case study, plan weekly promotional activities, optimize sales, plan a mini relaunch or promotional push, track your leads and refine your indicators. So by just looking at it, looking at the one activity, if you had just listed, oh, I'm going to just increase sales of an existing product, you may jump into, let's do more of what we did the last time. But when you sit and you think about it step by step, what are all the things that are included in this? And this is just an example. I just made these up. This is something that this is how I want you to look at the activities that you have agreed, the goals that you've agreed on, that's linked to your targets that we set last week. And this is how I want you to think of it. So let's look at another example. You're in the service business, whether you're a consultant or you're a coach, you may be a gym instructor, you name it. You want to grow your current revenue from the service that you're offering now. Define your target audience for focus reach out. Like, who exactly are we targeting? Update the description and the messaging if needed. You want to create your educational content. Now you're thinking of who is going to be doing it. Strengthen your lead generation. I had this, I needed to work on this yesterday, because in looking at my sales, my funnel, my email funnel, one of the things I realized was that one of my emails it was inactive. My email funnel was inactive. And so I had to think about, okay, if persons are coming on my mailing list, are they getting these emails? Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for joining. Right. So, that's just something that you want to think about. But when we jump into just doing without documenting, we don't have full oversight over all the things that we're doing. And that is what I want for you and for your business. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're understanding, if this is making sense for you. Drop a 1 so I know you're getting it, let me know, right? Again, we're talking about cascading. So let's jump into another example. If you're, say you're a healthcare provider and you want to increase patient bookings, you want to think about what do you need to do. Okay, let's review our current monthly patient trends. What does it look like? Are there times in the month where it's high or it's low? What is the information telling us? Audit your patient experience and identify improvements. And as we go through these examples, I don't want you to jump into it today because we're going to do that tomorrow. We're now going to identify who is doing all of these things, because that is now where you understand what your capacity is as the CEO and the founder, and what the capacity is for the rest of your team. And then you can see maybe what is causing bottlenecks, because maybe there's a role that has too many activities, or there is capacity in this other role. Maybe we can move things over, or we may need to employ somebody, if it's even part-time, to help with some of the things. Because in order for this goal to be realized, so we can achieve our main financial goals, our customer experience goals, we need to do these things, right? So increasing patient booking, you may want to update your website, your patient page, probably have a few persons who focus group, friends and family, go on, try and make a booking, give you some feedback. Publish weekly educational content, because you want to increase booking. So how are you now going to be reaching your potential patients to let them know what you have to offer and why they should come to you? Create update patient onboarding material, welcome guides, checklists. You're making the process easier for them, right? Building partnership with local complementary providers. I gave an example like this yesterday, when we talk about partnerships, or was it last night at a workshop I was doing? Maybe you're a gym provider, you have a gym facility, and you're partnered with health food providers, or you have athleisure wear and you're partnering with a gym, you name it. Collect patient testimonials and stories. This is going to be a marketing role, right? This is going to be somebody who is managing the content, getting the testimonials, add reminders and follow. This is a system that you want to update, track inquiries and booking. Who is doing this? Is this operations, or is this your sales team? So that is what I want you to do. So the goals that you documented yesterday, I want you to go back and look at those goals. And then I want you to just dump your ideas. What do we need? And it's okay if you don't have everything now, but go ahead, document all the things that you are going to need in order for that goal to be successful. And here's a pro tip, guys. You have AI, you have ChatGPT, go ahead and use it. Go ahead and say, I have this goal to increase my sales from this product or service by $50,000, by whatever the number is. What are the finer details that I need to be aware of? What are the activities that I need to be embarking on in order for this to be a success? Right? We're working smarter and not harder. And this is how use AI to help you, but you need to know what you want, and you want to be giving it some guidance. You don't want it to just be arbitrarily giving you any information. And by the way, another thing is ensure that your AI knows what you do, who you serve. It has all the information about your business. So the ideas that it's going to be giving you, you can say, okay, yeah, this makes sense. I can go ahead and use this. So that is your homework for today. And then join us tomorrow. Again, tomorrow we're going to be using these very same examples, and I'm going to be showing you how you use the goals now to design dependencies in your company. Look at your timelines, because we're building out an action plan, and I guarantee you by the end of this, you're going to be looking like, oh my God, I know exactly what I'm doing in quarter one. I know what I'm doing in quarter two. You may not get to quarter two with your activities, because maybe you need to refine what you did in quarter one if you didn't achieve the results, or you did so well. So now you're looking on what else can we take on in Q2. So go ahead and do that. I thank you so much for joining. And before we go, any questions? Are we clear on what the assignment is for today? Let me know. And if no questions, you can always go ahead as usual. I say this all the time. You can go ahead and send me an email, or you can book a time in my calendar and let's have a conversation about how we can help you to develop more structure in your business and have more focused growth. Last night, before I closed, I was presenting at a workshop, and one of the activities I asked persons to participate in is sharing the vision they have for their business for next year. And one of the participants shared that she wanted more ease. And that jumped out to me because I think when we're planning, sometimes we can feel very over ambitious and we have a long list of goals that we have. But depending on what you want to achieve and how you want to show up as a CEO and the founder, when you document these, you can see, you know what, there are too many things that I am owning. This does not bring me ease. This does not give me space for myself or my family or my friends. This is just way too much. Maybe I need to employ someone. Maybe I need to get some more structured support. And that is what this is going to help you to do. You're able to look at the plan, you're able to see all the activities that you're going after, and then you can decide what resources I'm going to be needing, what support I'm going to be needing. And I say this, and I think I'll do a video about it after. As we're approaching the season where there are a lot of sales, if you're a business owner, when you get this activity done, you are able to, hopefully you did it before, but maybe you have an idea of what your pain points are. When you look at your business now and you're thinking, what were some of the things that were not working for me? What were some of the things I didn't enjoy doing? What were some of the bottlenecks in my business? We're having a lot of Black Friday sales. You're getting a lot of emails. You use that information now to make your purchases. Maybe there's a system, maybe there's something that you need, a project that you were hoping to work on, but now is the time. That is how you use these sales. You don't just go and shop and add another subscription to your list. You want to make sure that it's very focused and intentional. So thank you so much for coming on again. Go ahead and book your time. Let's create those plans before the end of the year. Here is my email address that you can send me an email if you have any questions, or you can book a time in my calendar. Thank you again for joining, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.